Hello there, everybody. It's Jordan here. We're back with some more Pokemon Yellow. In the previous part, we managed to get through Rock Tunnel successfully, with only minor annoyances. I say minor, but realistically having Nidoking get paralyzed, like, right out the front gate. Don't know if I'd call that a minor annoyance, but regardless, we're back over here in Lavender Town, and we're gonna proceed with the plot, for all the lack there is of plot in Pokemon games, or at least first few. Also, I would like to apologize for the poor audio mixing of last time. I've adjusted the settings again, so hopefully my own commentary should be a bit more clear over the audio. Anyways, first things first, we're gonna go and investigate the tower. And by investigate, I mean I'm gonna go beat the crap out of one trainer in particular, and then we're leaving. Who am I leading with? Screw it, let's leave with Pikachu. I imagine he'll throw out a flying type first, that's what he does. Oh crap! Hey, Jordan, what brings you here? Your Pokemon don't look dead. I can at least make them faint. Let's go, pal. Once again, our rival proving why he's the jackass of this generation. Well, looks like I called it. Nah, screw it, let's just have Pikachu keep throwing crap at it. Alright, depending on the next entry, we're definitely gonna need to swap out, because if he sends out his own Sandslash, Sandshrew, whichever one it is right now, yeah, I don't think anything but, Wartortle would work against it. In this case, I think it'd be best to go Nidoking. Normally I'd go for Double Kick, but in this generation, Magnemite's just pure electric, so using a normal attack is just fine. Doesn't really apply to the Gen 3 remakes, though. Or the Let's Go games, I guess, by extension. You know, it's always been an odd thing to me about the remakes of the Pokemon series, the Let's Go games in particular, because on paper, I think it's an alright idea, and yeah, no, I'm not waiting around to get hit by Dig, Magnitude, or whatever the hell he has. But it is always an odd concept to me that, okay, we want to make, like, a remake one of the much older games and make it, like, much easier to get into and whatnot. And on paper, I think that's a good idea. My one problem is just, like, how many things they take away from it to make it easier to deal with. Or easier to understand, rather. Like, the idea of going through Gen 1 without abilities, even after, like, Gen 3 introduced them and everything. Like, that, in my opinion, was not a good idea. And you could make the argument that, oh, it's because abilities make things more complicated. And yes, that's true in, like, 5 instances where that's really gonna matter for a casual player, because is the average casual player gonna notice, oh, I have early bird, so it's a good thing I'm getting put to sleep? He hasn't evolved this thing yet. Okay. I guess he doesn't do it until after, like, Celadon City. Alright, sure. Where was I? Oh, right. Like, it just seems odd to me to exclude abilities, and it's like, I get the idea that, oh, we don't want to confuse players with, like, getting stuck by Diglett or Dugtrio with Arena Trap or whatnot. Okay, that's one point, compared to how many other Pokemon where, like, the abilities would make battles significantly more complicated. What? You stinker! I took it easy on you, too! Yeah, I can tell you, things are underleveled. Then again, my stuff is more so overleveled because I have, like, only 3 I'm training. How's your Pokedex coming along? I just caught a Cubone. I can't find the grown-up Marowak yet. I doubt there are any left. Well, I better get going. I've got a lot to accomplish, pal. Smell you later. What is his obsession with my smell? Also, his dialogue about the no Marowaks left is a bit dark considering the actual plot here, but we'll worry about that later. Now, you may wonder why I bothered walking up there just to beat up the rival and not progress in the rest of the dungeon. Well, I imagine most of you probably know the answer, but in case you don't, if we went up further in that dungeon, we're eventually going to reach a point where we can't fight the enemy at all, and we would just be screwed and have to backtrack. So I'm going to say, screw the backtracking, we're just leaving now. But I did want experience from beating the crap out of the rival character. So now we're going to make our way over to Celadon, and along the way, we're going to pick up one of our new team members, if I can find it. Screw, I'm sure Pikachu will be fine. Anyways, I'll leave it a surprise for whenever we find the thing. Now, as long as it's not an oddish, oh, thank goodness. I suppose back to the discussion about the Let's Go games. I say Let's Go even though there's only been 2, which I guess, you know, that is technically a plural, but they're both of Gen 1, so, you know, do you really count that as multiple? But in any case, the Switch remakes of Gen 1, like, besides not having abilities, which I think is a massive downside to it, I think it still has a lot of nice things going for it. For one, being able to play Pokemon cooperatively, that's a great thing overall. I'm very happy about that. Like, I know it's a minor thing, but just even being able to sit down and play, like, a turn-based RPG with a friend, like, perhaps it's just me, but I legitimately think that's a nice feature. And, you know, it helps, again, to help be a way to explain Pokemon to somebody who doesn't understand it, to literally battle alongside them. I think that's a good idea. Let's see, what's this guy gonna do? I'm a rambling, gambling dude. Alright, well, prepare to gamble away your victory. Growlithe. In any case, I guess where was I? I think it's pretty interesting how they include the Alola forms of a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon, although I don't remember if it's in post-game or if you're allowed to do it in the middle. Now, you see, that would be a thing where I think it'd be really interesting if they allow you to do, like, stuff that's not normally in that gen midway through the game. I think that'd be interesting, but it seems like Pokemon games are always very iffy about that. Like, say, in the Gen 3 remakes of, not Gen 3 remakes, the Gen 1 remake on Generation 3, but I'm basically referring to Fire Red and Leaf Green. You were able to get Johto Pokemon after the main campaign, but that's just it. After the main campaign, you have to beat the game first, then you're allowed to go get Johto Pokemon finally. But regardless, I think that was a nice change for it. And even switches up the final battle when you go back for the rematch. Missed the big score! Well, maybe you should have tried something other than fire types for your big score. You know, screw it, I'm gonna search for the thing now. Alright, let's see how long it takes to find this thing. The one time I want an encounter when I'm trying to walk in grass. Okay, so, I believe I messed up. As it turns out, the one I was thinking of catching isn't here, and instead, we do not get it until about the 7th gym, so, we're gonna go with a backup plan. Whoops. Alright, so onward to the next town, because I completely forgot how locations work in yellow. Whoops. Alright, let's battle this fellow. You need strategy to win at this. Or big numbers. I mean, either or, but I prefer big numbers. Oh, hey, proper nerd. It's not logical. I don't understand. 3 piles of slime didn't win? Not scientifically possible. I like Nidoran, so I collect them. Alright, how many? What, are you gonna bring 6 into the fight? Oh dear gosh, please don't let be 6. Well, that was disappointing. Let's switch for the next fellow. And hope to gosh we don't get bombarded by grass types afterward. School's fun, but so are Pokemon. And the two will never intermix. I'll stay with school. Good idea. Your your coughing's not quite up to par. Well, that was also dull. Alright, let's see if the last one is anything we can make fun of. We must look silly standing out there. Okay, that was all worth it. Oh dear gosh, that's a lot of them. Look what you did. All our positioning for nothing. Alright, let's see. Is there anything else around here? Well, I guess that guy. Yeah, sure, let's see what he has to say. Oh, two guys. Yeah, let's battle him first. You look good at Pokemon, but how's your chem? Terrible, but I don't see the point in a world where all we do is battle. I'm too used to confusion just completely screwing me over. Oh, Meltdown! I hate that movie. Actually, no. I don't know why I said that movie as if it's a real thing. I guess I'm just too used to GTA 5's plot where that was like a big thing in the... Well, I don't know if I'd call it a big thing. It's more like a minor plot element that turns into something big. Anyways. Alright, let's roll the dice. What kind? Let's see how War Turtle's physical attack does. Pretty good. Then again, it's a Poliwag. They're not inherently very bulky. You know, it has always been ironic to me that Poliwag, a Pokemon that's intended to be fast and have okay, like attack, special attack more so, eventually goes on to become the physical powerhouse that is Poliwrath. You know, I would have always thought about the metagame of Gen 1 competitive that something like Poliwrath would have always been a decent pick, or at the very least, you know, in like the overused tiers, or at the very least, like, you know, right below it. But I don't really hear much about it, all things considered. Like, I would think having access to a fighting type move in an era where, again, normal dominates, along with having water options would be good, but then again, I don't really recall too many water types besides Starmie being prevalent, so maybe that's the reason. Then again, when Thunderbolt's everywhere, I guess that's also a problem. Drat came up short. Too bad for you. Let's see, what do they have in here? Actually, I think there's the... yeah. No, I want to go in here first, just show this off. So I know we're going to Celadon, but I'm on guard duty. Gee, I'm thirsty though. Oh wait, there, the road's closed. I'd like to add, the road's closed. The moment we leave this building, or whenever we get the opportunity to, there won't be a road, it'll just be the city. So this man is clearly just lying to us, but so be it. So yeah, if we want to get access to the city right behind there, that being Saffron, we're gonna need to get him a drink. Because nothing can ever be easy. The department store in Celadon has a great selection. Well, that'd be nice to take advantage of. So, one thing I've always found really odd is the idea that, like, after you get past the Pewter City Gym and all that, make your way to Celadon, and, you know, you have the big group of cities here off to the right side of the region. I heard a sleep Pokemon appeared near Celadon City. Yeah, and it annoyed the piss out of us. Where was I? Alright, I've always found it odd in Gen 1, the idea of, okay, so we have, like, one central city to everything else, but we're not gonna let you go to it until you do some other bullcrap with Celadon. Like, for what purpose? Why not just set them in a row? I don't know, it's just always seemed like a weird idea to me. Anyways, we finally made it over to Celadon. So I believe our plan before we return to Lavender Town is going to just be take care of, what would it be? We're gonna take care of the gym, take care of the dungeon here, grab our next party member, and then head back to Lavender. Or wait, hold on. Can I do the Lavender thing yet? I think I have to do Saffron first. Never mind. I can't remember this game for crap, apparently. Go figure. Okay, correction. We deal with the gym leader, new team member, and then do that stupid stuff at the dungeon here. I won't spoil what. Keep out of Team Rocket's way. If I said no, what would happen? Let's see if we can access it now. The answer's probably no. I'm guarding this poster. Go away or else. Was it like Shawshank Redemption? You got a secret hole to nowhere back there? Very nice. I'm probably not going to use it that often, but it would be better than Tail Whip at the very least. Rather reinforce my own stats and lower my opponents. Unless you can do it like multiple times consecutively with no drawback, then it's great. See how much Bite does in comparison. Eh, not much better. Alright. Dang. Alright, now I'm taking this poster. It'll look nice in my house. I mean, collecting it for evidence. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, didn't want us to mess with the poster. Immediately ditches the poster after we beat him. Hey, the switch behind the poster? Let's push it. And now we have access to that. But first, let's see if we have the ability to do this. Okay, I guess I'll be back after I figure out where the coin case is. Maybe I can get it here. I sure do fancy that Porygon, but it's hard to win at slots. Or you could just save up money like I'm gonna do. I had a major haul today. Good for him. Ugh, I blew it all at the slots. I know I should have cashed in my coins for prizes. Oh, the joys and downfall of gambling. Or sorrows of gambling, one or the other. I think it's one of these fellas that gives us the coins. There's a basement under the game corner. Don't ask how I know it. Go ahead, laugh. I'm flat out busted. No more slots for me, I'm going straight. Straight to Pachinko. Here, I won't be needing this anymore. Thank you, good sir. Alright, now we finally have the option to gamble away all of our life savings. Or at least we would do that, but instead we're gonna just pay all of our life savings to get one specific Pokemon and nothing else. Except I should probably go deposit a Pokemon because I'm gonna need space for the new one. Alright, now let's see if I actually have enough money to do this, because I legitimately don't remember. I should probably see how much we have to actually pay for it. Let's see. I can buy Wigglytuff? Why? At least these ones make a bit more sense. They're rare and Porygon, well, Porygon is only here. TMs, that wouldn't be bad. So let me just double check. Okay. Alright, let's see how long it takes to get enough coins, or if I even have enough money for it. Let's see. And yes, we're gonna bum like 100 or so off of these guys. Because why not? I think these machines have different odds. Yes, I do recall there is like a couple that work better. Well, less better, more so they just have higher payouts. Keep this quiet. It's rumored this place is run by Team Rocket. I don't care though, it's too fun. Or maybe it's only like 50 coins I get for free, not 100, but whatever, every bit helps. Let's see, you good sir, give me some money. I mean coins, whatever. I really wish I could buy these in higher quantities. You know, that's a story I'll tell after I'm done mashing A here. I'm beginning to regret not just grabbing the dang Charizard in comparison. Hallelujah, we're finally done. With 1,000 coins, we'll go get the Pokemon I want to grab. I swear, doing that reminded me of a thing I was doing in Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'll explain in a second. You exchange your coins for prizes, including animals, which I don't know if is allowed to do in like a gambling hall, but whatever. Yes, we're gonna take Vulpix as our next team member. Ignore the fact that we got it from Team Rocket, who they themselves probably got it completely illegally, but so be it. I don't care. So yes, my original plan for a fire type for this run was going to be Growlithe, which would then turn into Arcanine. However, I was going off of the assumption that it worked like Fire Red, where it's on the route, like, right next to Lavender Town. I was mistaken. In Yellow, it got switched to all the way in, Cinnabar. So, you know, that's not working out, sadly. And nothing hidden over here, what a shame. So I'll show off the other hidden Pokemon we can get here. Although I'm not going to make use of it because I kind of have all of the types it can turn into covered. Surely nobody will mind us just coming here and taking it. Let's see. I know everything about the world of Pokemon in your Game Boy. Get together with your friends and trade Pokemon. If I do that, am I allowed to take your crap? I'm gonna take the silence as a yes. So yes, now we have our own Eevee that we would have had so rightfully at the start of the game if not for the rival. But whatever, we have one, we're not gonna use it, I'm just gonna put it in the PC. If you're playing yourself, I guess out of the three options, I would probably recommend Jolteon. Well, I guess I should explain, as I'm sure some of you may already know, but in case you don't, Eevee is a Pokemon that can evolve into 3 different things in this game, and later down the road it gets even more evolutions. But in this game, it's limited to Vaporeon, which is a big, bulky water type, which is pretty good. Jolteon, which is a fast electric type, which I think is arguably the best option for this generation. And then lastly, Flareon, which is a strange fire type to say the least. Its specialties are attack and I think special defense. Why it's set up like that, I don't know. I would say in this game, and even later ones, it's not bad, but it's always a matter of its stats are just weirdly distributed. It doesn't really get the best moves for a very long time, and even when it does, it's still debatable if it's a good choice. I finally finished Pokemon. Not done yet. This might be useful. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Do I have... Screw it. It's probably up higher. Let's see. Yep, that'll do. Alright, so now we have the means to evolve Vulpix whenever we want. I'm not going to yet because I want to learn a few moves before we evolve it into its final form. But we got all that handled at least. Alright, so with that, we finally reached Celadon. We got a new team member, although we're gonna have to start training it up. In fact, I should probably see what moves it even has, because I don't remember what it starts with. Good enough. But in any case, we finally got here, we got our new party member. We'll be ready to do two things next part. We'll take on the rocket hideout here, and then we'll go on to the 4th gym. I don't know if we'll get that all done same part, but we'll certainly try to. In any case, I think we'll call the part here. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I suppose I'll see you next time.